Jai Swaminarayan. In New Delhi, India, standing tall in its timeless magnificence and alluring beauty is one of the largest temples in the world, the Swaminarayan Akshardham Temple complex. Built as a tribute to the philosophy of Bhagwan Swaminarayan, it is also a proud testament to the saints and seers, gods and goddesses, the arts, culture and history of Hinduism. The vision of His Holiness Pramukh Swami Maharaj was skillfully crafted by devoted artisans and volunteers to create one of the greatest wonders of the modern world. Join us as we travel through time while taking in the captivating beauty, intriguing design and divine ambience of the Swaminarayan Akshardham.
A marvel of the 21st century, an architectural awe, a spiritual sanctuary, a disciple's tribute, a labor of love, the Swaminarayan Akshardham complex in New Delhi, India is indeed one of the wonders of the modern world. Akshardham, meaning divine abode of God, is a place of devotion, of learning and peace and harmony, a place encapsulating timeless Hindu principles and traditions and its ancient arts and architecture. The magnificent temple complex is among the largest of Hindu temples around the world, spanning over 100 acres of land. Located along the banks of the holy Yamuna River, the Akhshardham Temple complex was designed by revered Pramukh Swami Maharaj, the fifth spiritual successor of Bhagavan Swaminarayan and leader of the Bocha Sunwashi Shri Akshar Purushottam Swaminarayan Sanstha.
The history is very interesting. The teacher of Pramukh Swami Maharaj was known as Yogi Ji Maharaj. Yogi Ji Maharaj in 1968, he wrote a letter that we should have a beautiful temple on the bank of Yamuna because Yamuna is as holy as Ganga because of its connection with Lord Krishna. So since 1968 to 2000, we were trying to get the land.
When the land was acquired, this whole plan was taken to experts, and the experts said it's going to take approximately 50 to 60 years for this whole complex to come about. Now, Pramukh Swami Maharaj, who is the maker and inspirer of this whole Akshardham, his guru had a vision that there be the biggest temple on the bank of River Yamuna. Now, 32 years after his vision, this whole land was acquired. And already Pramukh Swami Maharaj said that 32 years have been wasted. I don't have that much time to waste anymore. So initially we just had 1,000 craftsmen who had the skills to do this work. He asked each of them to go back to Rajasthan and 5-6 men whose forefathers knew how to craft. So they were not experts in crafting. These were normal people living normal lives, had all kinds of addictions, you can say, but Pramukh Swami Maharaj uplifted all their lives, and each 1,000 of them brought back 6. In total, there were 6,000 craftsmen who were doing the work. Now, obviously, because the men were doing the work, all the crafting was done in Rajasthan itself. Now, because the men were doing the work, the women also joined in, and a total force of 7,000 craftsmen were doing the crafting. Now, 4,000 apart from the 7,000 came from all over the world, UK, US, India, Pacific, Asia, just to do the polishing and all the, because a lot of work after the crafting goes into the polishing of the stones. So that was done by the 4,000 volunteers that came over here. So in total, we were 11,000 volunteers doing this work, making sure Akshardham is completed in just 5 years. So that is the beauty and idea behind this.
The primary goal of every Hindu temple is to enlighten all beings that walk through its gates with a resonant divine energy. The architectural styles, towering domes, magnificent sculptures, Images, carvings and decorations create positive energies within the temples. The Akshardham Mandir consists of 234 intricately carved pillars, 9 ornate domes, 20 quadrangle spines and 20,000 statues of spiritual personalities in Hinduism, making it the largest stone temple built in India in the last 800 years.
So total height of this Akshardham is 141 feet. It is 360 feet wide and 365 feet long. The external wall of Akshardham is made up of pink sandstone and inside of is Italian marble. Marble brought from Italy, carved at Rajasthan and transported here.
The outside is made from pink sandstone, which actually depicts wisdom. The inside bit has been made from white marble, which actually depicts beauty, which depicts purity. Now, no kind of steel, iron, cement has been used in the construction you see over here. It is pure interlocking system, which basically has no kind of steel used for the support for the whole temple. It's all interlocking system, and because Delhi is in an earthquake zone, zone 4, anytime there is an earthquake, that monument is meant to stand the way it is right now. So that is the kind of technology that has been used. And this is literally depicting the traditional art and architecture of the Indian culture. Years ago, it was a tradition in the Hindu scriptures. The temple should be made on the back of elephants, you can see. So elephants should be the base because they symbolize strength and courage. Now that tradition has been lost over 12 centuries. Akshardham is now revived and brought back this tradition. That's why you'll see a Gajendra Pitika around the whole of Akshardham.
Every element of Akshardham echoes with spirituality. The Gajendra Preet, or the plinth of elephants, is a unique and captivating feature of Akshardham, inspiring the revival of India's ancient architectural tradition. The artistic innovation in depicting these majestic animals that have long been associated with Hinduism is both fascinating and enlightening.
Now these Pramukh Swami Maharaj, who is obviously the maker and inspirer, could have decided to just have elephants standing around. But he decided that everyone coming into Akshardham should get messages of life, wisdom, values of life that should be instilled in our lives. So the values are being portrayed through elephants. So the elephants say stories. Every elephant in the Gajendra Pitika has a story to say. So these stories are actually split into 3. Elephants with the nature, elephants with man, and elephants with the divine, each depicting values and wisdoms of life. The 2 gates are there to welcome you. We have 2 gardens known as the Rangoli Gardens. Again, in the Indian tradition, when visitors come into your home, we usually decorate our houses with Rangoli colors. Similarly, over here in Akshardham, the 2 gardens are there to welcome the visitors, obviously this time through nature. So nature has been preserved in Akshardham.
The inconceivable beauty of an 11-foot golden murti of Bhagavan Swaminarayan placed at the inner sanctum is clearly visible as one ascends the stairs towards the mandir to receive his divine darshan. The interiors, formed with exquisitely crafted pillars, ceilings and domes, offer darshan of deities and great saints and capture incidents from the life of Swaminarayan. The inner sanctum is also home to his divine succession of gurus, representing God's eternal servants and ideals of saintliness and devotion. Personal items of Swaminarayan have also been preserved in the mandir. Around the inner sanctum are special altars dedicated to Sri Sitaram, Sri Radha Krishna, Sri Lakshmi Narayan and Sri Shiv Parvati. Be it for its spiritual luminance or architectural glory, the Swaminarayan Akshardham is a popular attraction in New Delhi, welcoming in thousands of visitors daily.
In the year 2011, a very well-known magazine, Reader's Digest from London, July, brought out an issue 7 wonders of the 21st century, and Akshardham is there. Only 3 months back, a very well-known magazine from Smithsonian Museum, USA, they brought out, 25 extraordinary places of the world you must visit, and Akshardham is there.
Akshardham captures 10,000 years of Indian culture in its breathtaking grandeur, beauty, wisdom, and bliss. From its grand design to its entertaining and inspiring exhibitions, Akshardham offers an enlightening journey through India's glorious art, values, and contributions for the progress and happiness of mankind. The exhibitions are a fourfold combination of art, science, culture, and spirituality. The Hall of Values highlights universal values like love, The second exhibition is a theatre screening which follows the footsteps of Neelkanth, a youthful Bhagavan Swaminarayan on his journey across the Indian subcontinent. The exhibition ends with a 12-minute boat ride which sails through thousands of years of India's history and her major contributions to the world.
The movie, which is the second exhibition, it literally takes you through the life of Bhagavan Swaminarayan. At the age of 11, he left his own home. He was born in a small village in Ayodhya, near Ayodhya called Chapaya. He left his home in north to travel India. He traveled 12,000 kilometers, barefoot, yes, length and breadth. And that whole video, the whole movie, the IMAX movie you see over there, literally takes you through the life of Bhagavan Swaminarayan, the way he traveled through India. And the third is a cultural boat ride. It literally takes you 10,000 years back into the Indian Vedic time. So you get to see what India invented, what India has, because most of people don't even know what India is, what India has. It's so much rich. So this boat ride is going to make sure that everyone who comes into Akshardham is aware of what India has.
In one go you can see everything, and the target group is from 4 to 94. A child of 4 years will enjoy, a lady, a man of 94 also will enjoy. So it is, all inclusive. Not only that, perhaps this is the only, sacred place in which not only my own, teacher and my own, God, Swaminarayan is there. There is Lord Radha Krishna, Lord Sita Ram, Lakshmi Narayan, Parvati Parmeshwar. You may believe in anyone. We respect all of them, and you can have, their darshan anytime.
The Yogi Hriday Kamal is a lotus-shaped garden which reflects the wisdom of great leaders from around the world and across time. It is named in honor of Yogi Ji Maharaj, the fourth successor of Swaminarayan and the Guru whose call to build a mandir on the Yamuna is at the heart of Akshardham's inspiration. Like the gardens and well-cared-for nature around Akshardham, careful attention is paid to every little aspect of the temple complex so that it is a reflection of beauty, perfection, and divinity. With selfless service at its core, thousands of BAPS devotees or Sevadals volunteer their service to Swaminarayan by making sure every inch of Akshardham maintains its immaculate condition.
Different kind of sevas are given at different time. At daytime you may be a guide. At night time, you may be helping in sweeping. in cleaning, and that is absolutely voluntarily. For example, I am now 72 years. If I feel physically unable, I can request them that I cannot do physically strenuous work. So they give me some other seva. Cut the vegetables, but you have to do the seva.
BAPS is a socio-spiritual organization. So here you will progress in spirituality as well as socially. Moral values, they promote moral values as well as your spiritual growth. Both are simultaneously progressing. The basic teaching of BAPS is believe yourself as an Atma, as a soul, not as your physical form, a body. You are beyond your body. Once you believe yourself as a body, you have a hunger, you have an ego problem, you will have so many problems. But if you will feel as you are Atma, Atma has no color, Atma has no any physical form, whether it's black or white or tall or small.
I've been on this spiritual path from a long time and have been associated with great spiritual leaders and organizations, and I've learned all along, I've been learning something or the other. But then that the promising thing that a scripture talks about to say is the ultimate stage where you can be one with God and see Him. That is the stage and the bliss and the happiness that each scripture was promising, that I was wishing to reach that stage, and that is what I got here.
That like this Akshardham, there is an Akshardham in Gandhinagar, Gujarat, which is the capital of Gujarat, and there was a terrorist attack on that Gandhinagar Akshardham in 2002, September 24th, and 32 people were killed by two terrorists, including one of our own priest, and more than 100 people were wounded, right? And when everything came to an end with the help of the National Security Guard, National Commandos, which we call Black Cats, when they asked my teacher what to do, he says, just pray to God. And he made it a point that when after 7 days when he visited, wherever the people were killed, he poured the holy water. Then he said, where were the two terrorists killed by the National Commandos? He was taken there. He poured the holy water there also, because he said they were misguided people. You cannot blame the whole community because somebody has done it. They were misguided people. They were the people, who have done that. So, here, whether you are Hindu or Muslim, Christians, anybody, they can come. And we have no grudge for anyone. Everyone has a right to follow his path.
The creator and the visionary, the inspirer and soul of Akshardham remain to be the late Pramukh Swami Maharaj. The Swaminarayan Akshardham and over 100 other cultural institutes built by the revered Swamiji, his untiring efforts of uplifting humanity to higher ideals, his message of compassion and service, all represent the socio-spiritual values BAPS has become known for.
Pramukh Swami Maharaj takes care of every single tiny thing, be it the toilets, be it the cleanliness, be it the gardens, not just taking care of the monument or the temple, but every little detail has been taken into account. And that is the reason as to why anyone coming over here feels so much peace, so much serenity, that they want to stay here and don't want to go back home.
If you have a production machine and you put plastic on one side, on the other side the water bottle comes out. So, similarly, somebody who enters maybe with any frame of mind, but when they go out after seeing the exhibitions, the mandir, the gardens and everything, go through this process, even one who doesn't believe at least says, there is some higher power than me.
Not only it should be a sacred place, it should be a cultural place as well. So when you will come to see, Akshardham, you have audio animatronic show, you have IMAX film, you sit in the boat and the boat takes you to the 10,000 years of Indian history. And you have a wonderful laser water show, which is one of the most unique in the whole world.
We're turning the pool into an ocean, and the ocean into a tsunami. Stones into fire, and water into volcano. Whooshing off everything, slicing the sky with piercing rays, and exploding it. But who wins? The flower or the power? Celebrate the victory with melodious music, colors, and dancing fountains.
As the sun sets across the Delhi sky, Akshardham takes on a new life. Multicolor lasers, video projections, underwater flames, water jets and surround sound in symphony with lights and live child actors produce a captivating and inspiring presentation out of the pages of the Kenna Upanishad. Akshardham, a spiritually enriching experience, be it in the power of prayer, the enlightenment of Hinduism's ancient and universal principles, or in just admiring its reflections of divinity through art and architecture. Akshardham, a place where the divine descends to an earthy abode and mankind ascends to the heavens.